Ooh, that's not optimal.
Heartily mediocre.
Just above.
At least it's not
Slightly
below
above
10.
We're level 17 now, though, so...
I know.
Hey, come on.
Hey, that's a +8 too.
Man, these
So
rolls
this
are starting
kinda-
off nice.
My first roll was a 30. Okay,
Yeah.
with a +11.
Apparently you spent
Well,
it all
let's
on
see
your
the Razic.
persuasion.
That's
Let's
what I
see the
wanted. I just
Razic,
wanted to be nice,
perception.
friendly to people. How do you have a
Ooh.
-1? What?
I'm not the wisest,
Oh,
but
Jesus.
oh man,
Oh man, you
it's
should
gonna be one of
still.
those sessions, huh?
Perception's a really good skill. You're not proficient in it.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I'm proficient in perception.
Oh, I know you are with the +6, but you still got a 1.
Got some dust in his eyes.
Yeah. I'm more focused on
Blinded by the
something else.
beautiful majesty of all the dragons around him. Solus is too. He knows.
As you
I'm too
guys
busy
are,
singing "We Are Number One."
as you guys are looking around, you're in some kind of city. You see elves, half elves, dwarves. You see a mix of races, but they're all wearing particular colored garments.
No Dragonborn around?
Yeah, you see Dragonborn. They're wearing,
Oh.
like the races. They wear various colors. What you're able to ascertain is it seems like there's some kind of clan-like effect going on here. Because certain people are wearing, you notice that certain groups don't interact with each other. They just kind of pass each other by and just go about their business.
And it's not by race, like it's not dwarves that are wearing
No,
yellow
it's not by
Dragonborn.
races.
Okay.
No, it's a pure mix.
I want to go up to the closest dragon man I see and speak to him in
Keep it in your pants, guy.
Draconic. Greetings,
Damn.
greetings, friends.
Wow.
Can we speak to any of your honored dragon lords?
Oh
Or
man,
perhaps yours. What color robes is this guy wearing? Or
Red.
a woman? Can we speak to the red dragon lord?
Galahad just looks at Razic and shakes his head.
okay, yeah, I want to kind of like mentally like, hey, maybe we talk to him. I mean, we've got a bit more of a history with him.
Oh yeah, we're a little.
We should be 18.
Are
Right
we?
this way.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sweet. I'll take it.
It pays to know the language. That's what I mentally said to everyone.
Are we 18 or 17?
We're
I don't know.
17. I'm definitely 17. That was the last level up.
Oh, well, he gave us experience last session that pushed Solus into 18.
Oh,
Maybe I counted it wrong?
Or you've done a couple of recaps.
Yeah, it could be that.
That does have an effect on things, like the recaps, because it's 300 XP per recap. So you do enough recaps, that can push you over sometimes. Like they may all be just shy of getting 18, and your recaps happen to help you out. I don't know. I can't say for certain. Or someone miscounted. I don't know.
I'll just say 17, so I'm not cheating.
Okay.
I don't want to be like overpowered or accused of. I'm gonna redo this. One sec.
I screwed up, guys. I'm gonna go to the base level of 17 if that's okay, Will, because
Sure.
I forgot the level up. Okay, I don't know what happened. I just never leveled up.
I want chocolate milk.
Same.
I'll
I know,
do
right?
some.
No, by the time I got here, believe me, I wouldn't want it.
So I have. It says. Did I add wrong? 265,000 is needed for 18, and I have 280. Is that
That would
right?
put you over 18, yeah. I don't think you've done that many recaps, though, but...
you may have miscounted because yeah, we just recently hit 17.
We got 60,000 last session.
would that be enough to just push anyone who's 17 into?
I would think so.
It's 40,000 between both
Oh,
of
so
them.
yeah.
Oh, then
All
we're
of
all
you are
level
18.
18 then.
Hell yeah!
Because I'm not crazy.
No, you were right.
So we're 18.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm rolling it.
All right, so if I just click hit die, it'll.
Yeah. It
Take
should.
the average, man. Just take the average. You're a paladin. Your average is really good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's 6, man. Your average would be good. It's
Okay,
one better
I'm
than
not
what
a
you got.
If you
It's 6
don't
plus your
roll
con
it,
modifier. That should be around 9 a
Plus
level.
1. No, plus 1.
if you
it is.
take the average, the game wins. All right, I'm not willing to admit that.
If you take the average, okay, I'm a paladin.
No.
I'm multi-class as paladin sorcerer and I have more health than you. Okay.
4, plus.
All right.
I have the most health in the party.
But
And it
just
makes no
take the
sense.
I have 144 health. Okay.
I have 163 now. Hold on, that's gonna get higher.
I have 161.
I
Oh.
traded my health for beautiful hair. All right.
Well,
that's
Razik, the
worth
one
it.
good thing about you is you got the dwarven attribute, so they tend to.
All right, Hill Dwarf and the Dragonborn or Dragon Blood, which gives
Yes.
another extra hit point per level.
Yeah, so that's why. So you're always going to be higher than standard because of your background.
So Solus is going to purposely exclude Deletus and Razik from his inspiring leader. It's been him and Galahad all the way.
Inspire me. bro.
Wow,
Give me the speech. Let me
petty,
hear it.
but only for them.
I mean,
You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
need some inspiring words. Come on, man.
Yeah, if you
But it takes 10 minutes. I can't just try to rally the troops 10 minutes as we walking, following the
Summarize.
Give me the gist. Give me the
you,
gist.
you can't just say, "Oh, I give them a speech." Come on now, the role playing
gotta
game.
at least summarize some of it. I mean, it's going to take you longer than 10 minutes to get to where you're going. The city is not small by any means. Mind you, the city is made for dragons to walk through the middle of the streets perfectly fine.
So,
the city
So
is kind of spread
Lay it
out
on
and
me.
large.
okay.
Do
This
I
will
know
be.
that?
Oh, go ahead.
Do I know you're about to give me an inspiring speech?
Oh
Can you say
yeah,
that out
Solus
loud?
is getting ready. You see him like thinking real hard and he's doing the breathing exercises and stuff, taking deep breaths and stuff. He's getting ready.
I put my hand in my palms and look on in mock attention. I'm resting them on my glaive.
Brothers in arms.
Okay, starting good.
While we don't see any dragons right now, and that is disheartening, we can rest assured knowing that they will appear
Oh man.
and assist us in our quest to rid Fortis of these invaders from beyond the sky.
Step aside, MLK. This guy's good.
You have negative temporary hit points now.
I mean, hey. Okay, so everyone gets plus 23 if they want it. If they don't, whatever.
Huzzah!
All right.
Oh my god, so I was freaking
Oh,
out then.
shit.
So you see him while he's speaking, he gets a higher pitched and it gets quicker. His tempo gets quicker whenever he sees dragons. But then it gets slower and lower when they
Excitable
can
fellow. Mages, dragons.
The Dragonborn keeps just walking. He occasionally looks back and makes sure you guys are following him. But the weird thing is, he follows a red, but he's a blue.
Wait. Solus is confused. Solus thought of your robes. He's gonna ask this guy. Solus thought. Oh wait, he's not gonna be third person, but I thought your robes indicated which color dragon you served or
Correct.
ruled over you.
That's how it works, I guess.
But you're taking us to see the red dragons.
Yes.
But you're wearing blue.
No, he's
Oh my
blue
God.
Dragonborn. He's wearing red robes.
I'm sorry. Never mind it.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's wearing red clothing. And you do notice as you're walking around, it does start to become a little more obvious. You see the giant black dragon walking through, and he's got a little entourage. They're all wearing black clothing. And you start to see it as you get further into the town. You see it, it's very specific, and now you're starting to realize that the color that they're wearing represents the dragon clan they belong to.
So my sewer dragon definitely on my shoulder, just staring at all the larger dragons than himself in awe, along with Solus.
Takes you about 45 minutes to get to a massive red palace. It's not so much made of ruby, it's more like this. It's more like they painted it to look ruby.
Oh, tacky.
Stonework?
Yeah.
How's it looking? Seeing quality?
Actually, pretty
or-
decent.
Okay.
Not as good as dwarves, but it's pretty decent quality.
Of course.
I forgot to ask. Is Razik still doing opium? Kind of forgot about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've
It's not as
tried to
necessary.
cut back a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as necessary as much anymore, so he's not doing it as often.
Ah.
But he still has to do it ever so often.
Well, has to in quotes.
Well, I
They're
mean,
highly addictive.
you try to live with this
Hit me up.
constant pain.
I was thinking that wish scroll.
Did
we
you
don't end up
voluntarily
needing it.
take that on? Like you knew the risks and you did it?
Well, I didn't know exactly what would happen. I knew it was a heavy burden, but I didn't know exactly how painful it would be.
Now he walks you through the gates. You see heavily armored individuals. They're wearing full plate mail, including a helmet. The helmet is shaped in a dragon head, red, of course. You can see guards along the walls. As you walk in, you can see tons of guards training, and he just walks right towards the palace.
Can I try and intuit? Are these all the same? These are all reds. These are all like red. At least they follow the red dragons.
They follow the
They
red
have the red
dragons. Yeah,
colors.
they're all wearing red. Red is the predominant color that they're wearing. There's more
And as
red
far
than
as
any other
racially,
color.
are they?
It's varied. It varies from one race to another. There is no particular race. It doesn't seem like the dragons give a shit what race you are.
Can I
Okay,
hit my
that's what I was gonna ask.
my dragon companion up, the actual one? Be like, so I'm about to talk to a probably ancient red dragon. Any tips on besides like fire's great and all that I should get before I talk to him?
You
They're
should lead with
assholes.
that. Fire's great.
I mean, hey, I mean I know you're ice and you're like diametrically opposed to them, but like
No, they're assholes on a constant basis, no matter what.
oh great, so this is gonna go swimmingly.
Well, I also want to ask him.
Do not challenge them to a fight; you will lose.
Oh yeah. I mean, obviously I'm not stupid. Like dragons are
Well,
great.
you wanted me to give you a heads up. That's basically the kind of shit. The Reds are nasty. They're really arrogant. So messing with, talking to them, they're more about their hordes than they are anything else, and they will protect it with a ferocity never seen before. But they're also extremely vain. They're arrogant. They truly believe that they are the top of the pecking order.
You gotta play into that. If we're
Well, I
supposed to
mean,
persuade these guys.
We can
How-
say that there's people coming that want to destroy the planet that his horde is on.
Yep.
I'm just going to just kind of conjure up my dragon wings, just because.
Will he like that? Like he might not like. He might think you're fronting on him.
No. It's just like I. Well,
Like
also.
in fact, I'm hiding my pseudo dragon in my cloak now. Like I don't want him to see any other dragons besides himself.
By the way,
Yeah, I understand. They feel
everybody
good.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Plus 5. Okay. +5. Keep in mind. Oh god.
Oh yes, mine's already added in, but everyone else gets +5.
It's very hot. The smell of sulfur and pumice just surrounds the area, and it feels like you've walked into the heart of a volcano.
Yay.
How many ice magic?
You don't know how everybody else manages to do it because they're wearing full plate mail. Like you see guards standing there and they're in full plate. Helmet on, everything.
Oh god. It's so hot.
So this is like a. Am I gonna sense it's just like some passive, like just he's here and his sheer heat is, or just a magic?
Do you have no idea?
Miserable.
From what you can gather, probably just the fact that as you're walking through the palace, you can see it branches off into many rooms, and in many of the rooms, you see dragons just lounging there. Just, you know, they're red, just lounging. It seems like this is like the red dragon hangout.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Enhance Ability on myself.
Okay.
Oh
for
yeah,
charisma.
yeah, Razik. you're dragon, part dragon. Like you know this, right? You got this.
Yeah. I figure I'd have a little chat with him. See, we got a little bit of the same
I
blood.
can back you up if you need it, because like me and dragons, we're not as close as you and dragons, obviously, but I like him still.
All right.
I'll give him a thaumaturgy. I'm just gonna wait to see the effect because I don't want to make it seem like we're coming in and styling on him. I'll just wait a little bit. But
Yeah, please, let's not try to like come in like looking all fancy. Like he's not gonna like that.
I'm gonna see like how the conversation's going and if it's going.
He also might ask for one of our items, magic items. If you want to see it again, don't give it to him.
You guys are escorted into the throne room. This is massive. This would fit the city of Montan inside this throne room.
Shit.
And at the far end, you see not the largest, but the second largest red dragon you've ever seen in your life.
The interdimensional was larger.
Yes, and the interdimensional was larger, but this is obviously the oldest red dragon on the planet.
Oh, do we know his name?
Nope, you haven't been introduced yet.
Can we ask the guy
Yeah,
leading us?
yeah.
Well, we see him right now, so it'd be rude not to.
It's going to take you a few minutes to get there. Mind you, this is
okay.
a big throne room. It is made to hold not just one, but several ancient-sized dragons.
Can we ask our attendant what the name of the leader here is?
Yeah, one second.
Sorry, buddy.
Should have had it prepared.
We don't wish to offend him, so proper. Is there a specific title he likes to, like, prefers? Or titles, rather? Like the Great Flame, or Big Red, or
Big Red.
That's probably it. That's probably it.
His name is,
Clifford, I don't know.
his name is Zambidis Das. I'll spell it out for you because, yeah, hold on.
That is fantasy as fuck.
What did he just call me?
I already know it's spelled with an X.
Many.
Just one, actually.
I think he.
It's probably
I think he
And
got that off of.
apostrophes.
I was about to say.
I think he got off the one of those dragon name generators.
Yes. Yes, I did. He is the Lord of the Red, is specifically what the gentleman tells you.
Oh, thank you.
Zambistos. There we go.
Oh, man. So that's going to be a handful to pronounce. But if we mispronounce it, it's okay. He'll only incinerate us.
I'm just gonna call him Zam for short.
Oh, don't do that.
I almost said.
You
Nudge
might need to
Galahad.
get permission to get him a nickname.
Walk up to him and say, "Zam, my boy, what's up?" And then try to just fuck him.
Galahad, go ahead and throw a guidance on me.
I will indeed do that. I'll touch
Do we
him
want
to the guy.
He can see us,
Or-
right?
or
Like, do you want to be
whenever.
Oh, yeah.
casting spells in
Oh
front
yeah,
of him?
Oh,
he can
okay.
see
Let's
you
not
perfectly
do that. Like, we should have before we open the door.
because his attention is now focused on you.
Yeah, let's
Mhm.
not be casting spells right in front of
Okay.
him.
I mean, he's like a city away.
Yeah, but he also has dragon
He's
eyes.
also
No.
massive. Yeah.
Okay, are you saying this like in
I'm
the
mental.
mind?
I'm mental
Okay.
commanding this.
I
Like,
wanna go ahead and do that mental back. Don't worry, I got a plan for it. Explain it.
I just wouldn't
Okay.
cast spells in front of him.
As you guys are looking while you're walking towards this massive red, you see off to your left and right more red dragons. And they all seem to just kind of look at you. You see they have small attendants who seem to be, dumping drinks and whatnot. But they seem to, the attendants seem to keep their eyes down, and they never look directly at the dragons.
Okay, I want to. If there's like a center point that looks like maybe like I don't know if there's a speaking area or anything like that. I want to kind of get myself into a center area of the room, and I'm not looking directly at any of them, but I'm just looking straight ahead and just confidently strolling on in.
Okay. As you
And-
guys get close enough, which obviously is a specific amount because your guide stops immediately and he bows. My lord, you have
Solus
visitors.
imitates his bow.
His bow is actually, he goes down to one knee and he with his other knee that's up, he puts his arm on and just kind of bows his head. You notice he has not looked up towards the dragon in any way.
I will follow and do the same thing.
Mental command, Razik. We're not. Please. I don't want to be incinerated by 1,000 flames.
Radzik won't. He'll nod, but I want to mentally say, "Hold on, just let me get to it."
Oh God, we're all gonna die.
Yep.
This isn't the Misi Queen. Like, we can't. No.
We can just like.
I
leave.
sense a TPK
Just
going on.
Let me do the talking here. It's
You
gonna
hear,
be all right.
You hear the dragon. Begone, serpent. Yes, my lord. He turns up, he turns around, eyes still diverted from all the dragons, and walks right out.
Mm-hmm.
Speak, but
as-
speak quickly, small one.
All right, I'm going to just plant both my feet, bow deeply, with both my wings kind of like folded in, and then kind of like stretch them back out as I come back up. And all right, here we go for persuasion. The persuasion of all persuasion.
Big numbers.
Ooh.
Okay, all right,
That's
15,
not
not
too bad.
bad. And then let me go ahead and roll the guidance.
I think it's yeah.
Okay, 27.
Nice.
All right,
20.
and with the, I'm assuming the thaumaturgy was for voice.
I'm gonna hold on to it until it seems like it's going well.
Okay. All right,
Actually,
and
like,
yes,
I'll
I
make
am
his
speaking.
voice a little bit louder. Not like deafening, but we're in a big room.
Yeah.
You know, tall dragons. I'll make them a bit
Fair.
louder.
Okay.
Mental.
And yes,
Yeah,
it is in
They have
Draconic. I am
dragon hearing. They
speaking,
have dragon senses, guys. They can hear us.
Quite well.
but
actually.
it's for the they like drum.
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah, that's the one thing your dragon companions would tell you. The Reds are big when it comes to like stuff like formality. They're big on drama queens and make it a show.
Yeah, and I am speaking Draconic.
This is Gallagher.
Mighty Zambistos,
Lord of the
Legion.
Red. Mental command.
Lord of the Red, and leader of this great nation. It is for no small matter that I come here. There is a great threat coming through this place, and it is trying to take away everything that you have built and lorded over here. This army, Dark Star Empire, is that correct?
Dragon Star Empire.
Dragon Star, yeah.
Dragon Star. Okay.
I probably should change the name because I'm probably going to get a trademark violation eventually.
Hey man, it's not monetized. You're good.
The Dragon Star Empire seeks to set up and steal all that you have here.
His eyes
They
are
would
narrow.
see it. They would attempt, they would dare to come here and destroy everything you've built and claim it all in their own name. And so, it is for this reason that I ask you, mighty of mighties, that you would join us in this fight to right this wrong and put them back in their place. What say you?
He just kind of stares at you for a minute. He looks to the others. You can hear some grumbling in Draconic. A lot of them think you got some balls on you. Like hardcore, massive, big cojones to talk to this guy like this. That's basically kind of what you hear in the background as they're mumbling to each other. He looks and they all stop. Since the creation of this world, no one, not even that foul thing that calls himself a deity, has ever tarnished Dragon Card, nor will anyone ever. You claim there's a threat. Yet this
I do.
great nation, as you said, has withstood all other threats before it. What makes you think will fall now?
Okay, I want to recall everything I've been told about the kind of the onslaught of this empire. Like, what have they taken? What have they conquered? Essentially, like throughout their existence.
Originally the empire was run by dragons, so I mean, and they kind of kept to their corner of the galaxy and never bothered anybody. It wasn't until a Quinn came in and literally defeated their leaders and took over that they have been expanding. And ever since, from what you've been told, is they've taken close to about 400 planets, all of which were pretty nasty themselves. But they've taken, claimed, and they hold everything with a firm grip. Nothing is done without their permission. If they were to take Fortis, it would be under their rule, and their rule alone, which means these dragons would not have any power.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to resume. This empire has plowed through a score of scores of planets, each powerful in their own right. This empire, led by this so-called queen, has subsumed empires and alliances and untold unities of power all together in a single swoop. And they would see to do the same thing here. I know a great deal about the threats that threaten this world, and this is the worst it's ever seen. That's why I come to you. As you know, that you have the power. You alone can help and turn the tide against this onslaught of evil. That is why I ask you, if we can get your alliance and your word to fight against them alongside these others, then Fortis itself and countless untold other worlds will have you to thank as their protector. So again, I ask, could we possibly count on you to stand up against this great threat? And I'm going to wait his.
He sits. He seems to be thinking. He's just staring at you. Yeah, I know. He's just staring at you and just... It's almost as if, basically you feel like he's kind of sizing you up and kind of determining whether or not, you know, your words hold any bearing. He looks to the others. They don't seem to give any leeway one way or the other.
As he's looking over Solus, the little steel dragon does poke his head out and looks at him.
You hear the doors far behind you open again, and you hear footsteps rapidly approaching. Because it takes a
Is it
while.
Conrad?
Nope.
Mental command? Like the guy in black?
No.
That was his name, right? Conrad?
I can't remember. I don't remember what I named him.
I think I wrote it down. Let me check.
Probably somewhere. No. This is an individual wearing a pearlescent outfit. He comes running up. My lord, please forgive the rather long fucking hallway.
He just ran like a fucking marathon.
He did, man. Forgive me. His Royal Majesty wishes an audience with the Lord of the Red. I'm in a meeting. The gentleman kind of stops. You see him choose his words very carefully. As you wish, my lord. I am just here to relay his commands. The red just kind of, smoke billowing out. Will your little entourage be in town for a while?
We will.
I'll send someone to get you. Be gone. He just kind of waves his giant taloned hand.
So should we teleport out, or is it like better to just walk out?
I'm going to mentally say, let's teleport out just to...
Because this is a long fucking hallway.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing like us seeing this dot in the distance, slowly like running towards us. Good
He's
stuff.
a baller, man.
Yeah, let's teleport back outside.
Okay. You guys teleport back outside the palace. He didn't seem to mind. Probably understand. That's a long fucking hallway for, the short-legged ones.
But also, he seemed like he wanted us to leave it as soon as possible.
As you guys are, appear outside the palace, you see leaving through some kind of back door or something, you see that massive red that you were just talking to, and he seems to be flying in a northerly direction.
Well, seems everybody that he reports to another one.
Yeah, the pearlescent one. Why did I think of that? I was blinded by dragons. I'm sorry.
Well,
Wait, don't one of you have a pearlescent dragon?
yep.
Why
I
did-
don't think Al had.
Why didn't you ask him for his help with like dragon hierarchy and stuff?
He's an asshole.
Because you guys,
He's also...
because you guys
they're all
don't know.
busy.
Who made him that way?
You guys don't know the dragon
Yeah.
hierarchy here on Dragon Guard. You don't know how it works. You know
That's
how
right.
the dragons, you know how your dragons work, and they all work in conjunction with each other. You don't know that there's a leadership caste within this continent.
Or do they like chill out here? Like, do they have like the inside scoop?
No, they don't.
Oh man,
No, they're a different breed.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. So it's
Really? It's not because you forgot?
it's more that I just didn't want to bring the dragons into it. But yeah,
Hmm. Okay, I want if there's any outside the palace that seem to be of the like maybe servanty, not like, fetch
Yeah.
water servant, but more like clerk type.
Is that guy that ran this whole way out here? Did we beat him out, or is he?
You beat
Can you
him
see
out.
him?
You see him coming out. He's a smaller pearlescent dragon, and you see him just flying out the front door.
We
Um,
try to talk to him?
You can try.
is he all right? Went to in Draconic. Excuse me, sir.
He turns his head and kind of looks at you. He's about the size of an adult, so he's huge dragon. But he turns, he lands shortly near you guys, and then you can see him, just concentrating, and he shifts down into the mortal form, which you saw earlier. This one is an elf. He walks up. Yes, how can I help you?
Okay. We were here to attempt to rally some forces together, as I'm sure you've heard. If there is a king that the Red will report to, we request an audience at his earliest convenience. If you could perhaps imply that this is an extreme, urgent matter, we would be appreciative.
The High King for the lands of Drakengard is always found at the first temple.
If you could relay to him or perhaps mention that we seek an audience, we would appreciate it.
it might be seen as. Sorry, I'll
Like-
get my fucking voice. It might be seen as us going above the other one's head.
Yeah, the Red might not take too kindly to that after we specifically asked for his help. Then again, he didn't say yes.
I was going to actually.
The
God
Red
damn,
also,
my voice.
the Red also does not have the power to order the entire continent into action.
Oh, so he was just being arrogant because he's a Red.
Yes,
Awesome.
I was.
He nods right in front of
my
you.
mind,
Awesome.
as I am sure you probably assumed, I was playing to his sense of self-worth.
If you wish a meeting with the Pearlescent, I can get you one. You will need to head immediately to the first temple. There is a teleportation circle. If you go shortly up the street, make a left, you'll find a spot called the Arcanum. That is where all the teleportation circles lead to the other continent, to the other islands around this continent. There's one that is specifically designated for the first temple.
So you
Thank
said
you.
Arcanum.
And
That
could you
sounds. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
could you also tell me where where a jeweler might be?
And there are several within the city. This is one of the major cities. This one or Dumont Port would be better. This one tends to be more run by the Red, so they're picky about giving stuff up. I'd recommend waiting either till the first temple, where there are some merchants set up, or going to Dumont Port itself and getting better supplies that aren't going to be so stingily held. He kind of looks around.
I understand.
But yeah,
Also,
I will go give word to the king that you wish an audience with him.
And could you tell me where the gold dragons hold their court?
Damn it. They're in the city called Heart's Call. It's just to the
understand.
west
Thank
of here. Like I said, there is a teleportation circle to each of the cities. Each of the cities is like the main branch for the little continent itself. It's also where the dragons will be.
Thank you. I won't take up any more of your time.
You're not.
I'll say through the mind link that if we need to sweeten the pot at all, remember we are sitting on several uncountable fortunes. We could maybe give up one if it really comes to it.
That is
We
true.
also have several parts of dragons. I don't know if they would like that, but I mean, we do
Well-
have some trophies.
Yeah, I don't know how they. Did anyone react to Galitus's bow at all?
Oh yeah, it is sparking.
Not that anybody said anything, but it doesn't mean they didn't notice it.
You might just think that the dragon that got killed is just weak if he died to us.
Mind you, you were in a red domain, so they tend to think lesser of other creatures anyways.
So let's just not go to the green dragon place then. We should be good to go.
It's just a Dracolich.
Also, well, was it from the? Okay, it was from the Dracula because we.
Yeah,
I think
it
we
was
also
from
did the
Dracolich.
same thing with a blue dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't take its bones. I mean, we might have, but
yeah,
I
I
don't
would
think
think
I
we.
made
I think by that point, every time we encountered a dragon, we harvested it.
Oh yeah.
Like crazy. Yeah.
I know Kerosene for a fact definitely was all about getting the teeth.
Well, she wanted to sleep with the dragons. There's a difference.
Well, that
Yeah,
too.
but then she did steal its teeth. It's an interesting contradiction of
I
terms.
know, weird.
Okay,
We'll make
so
some arrowheads out of that one.
but let's make our way to this first temple.
Okay. You guys head to the Arcanum then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta run a quick errand. I'll be back in 2 minutes, probably.
Okay.
Be right back.
Alright.
Could we just teleport there?
Like, would that be considered rude though? Like, he specifically directed us to the teleportation circles.
Oh, what? Yeah. What was that thing?
Like,
Yeah.
Souls doesn't want to walk. Like, if we have these things, let's use
Yeah.
them. But like,
It could be a little alarming to just instantly be confronted with some strange beings instantly coming to any given area. So let's just use this circle.
Yeah, what he said.
was there any other like fancy magic items in the Arcanum, or is it just teleportation circles?
As you get there, all you see is, as you walk in, there's a gentleman behind the counter. He's wearing silver robes. He looks at you. Can I help you all?
We were seeking transportation to the first temple.
Via teleportation.
Okay. If you'll follow me, I'll take you right to the room.
Follow along.
Is there like a charge or something? Like, I'm just trying to figure out why you're standing here.
Well, I'm sure he's a information dispensing person.
Well, like, because Solus will say, we were recently at the Mage. We'll explain it. We were recently at the Mage Con, and they didn't have. You just stepped in the circle and it boobed you somewhere.
Mages
Is
are
it
a little less protective of their devices. We, however, are not so foolish.
Oh. Okay. Solus doesn't know how to take that. So he'll just say, okay, yeah.
Right this way. He
Mhm.
walks you down a little corridor. You can see a bunch of doors. They're all closed. You see he gets to one. He pulls out a big set of keys. He unlocks it. He opens it up. You just see a small circular room, and you can see runes carved into the ground. Teleportation circle to the first temple.
All right. Just to be safe, I'm just gonna
I wanna
insight.
him. Me too. I was thinking that.
Huh? Yeah.
First temple, you say?
Yes, that's where you said you wanted to go, correct?
Yes, it was. Will this be an instantaneous teleportation because we have some issues of time skipping when we have attempted to teleport before.
If you don't know what you're doing with teleportation, then yes, you could have issues. This has been cast by very powerful mages of the Draconic Order, and they reinforce it anytime it begins to get low. Trust me, you will instantaneously arrive at the first temple.
And on the same dimension / plane of existence. Like, I just want to cover all my bases here. Like,
He looks
last time I
very confused.
teleported,
I'm going to step on it.
We got
You watch Cletus just disappear.
I see, like,
Finally,
those wizards.
you okay there, buddy? Am I getting anything back?
Am I okay?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I tell him.
Teleported into another room.
Yep, I'm here.
Were they saying welcome to the first temple in there?
Not
There's
yet,
some
'cause he's
hot,
still in the room.
there's some hot chicks here. Yeah, come check it out. Yes, I am safely on the other side.
Okay. Well, I was like, I didn't mean to insult you. Just last time we attempted to teleport, very bad things happened. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to bore you, but just
That's
covering.
That's why those who do not understand magic should not be wielding it.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like I mean, someone thought that they had all their bases covered, but it turns out there was a loophole because a being beyond God decided he wanted to screw the party over.
Are you saying
who are
this
we
in
talking
character?
about?
Are you?
He's just looking at you like you've lost your fucking mind.
Wait, what's he talking about?
Please excuse my friend. He's a
I'm
little.
slightly mad. I'll be going now.
I get it.
It's been a long journey. Must have been all those very powerful dragons. Must have shaken him a little bit. We'll be on our way.
You're not.
It's lonely over here.
I'm right next to you now, Galeas. Hey, how's it going?
All right, yeah, I'm popping over.
Okay, you guys all go through the teleportation circle. You appear in another room. The one you were in, it was nice and clean, but it was like a marble. This looks more like it was smooth stone. Razik, you immediately recognize this as Dwarven architecture.
Ooh, very nice.
You see a door open. Ah, guests, welcome.
What year is it?
Oh God.
He looks very confused as you.
Pay no
Please
mind.
excuse him. Thank you. Could you possibly direct us to a jeweler in the area?
Yes, there are actually quite a few at the merchant stands. If you'll come out this door here and then leave the Arcanum here, as soon as you get out the door, take a right, follow it 3 blocks down, and you can't miss it. That'd be where all the merchants are.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
And I want to be on our way, and I want to mention to everyone, I just have to buy something real quick.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, what do you say buy?
You're welcome to.
Yeah, no, go.
He's talking about a jeweler, so
Yeah,
Nope. Yeah, he's
I
totally
don't know
good.
the
He's cool.
street lingo. It could be something fishy.
I'll follow you anyway.
Is anyone? Are you okay? So the inside. Yeah. Well, I guess the
I'm following you anyway, Razik.
So are you lying or are you not? I mean,
I am not lying. No,
Okay,
I
so
intend to buy something at the jeweler's.
he does intend to buy something at the jeweler.
You've been known to randomly wander off to take your medication or do something else.
Just gonna go behind this tree real quick. Don't mind me.
Well, now that everyone knows, there's no need to hide it anymore.
That's
And
true.
in fact, I'll take out my pipe as I'm on the way. And
Secondhand smoke, man. God.
Oh, is it that time? Are we getting lifted? I'll take out my pipe. Go with something a bit less potent, but yeah.
Please at least wait till you're outside.
All right, it's party
Go
time.
indoors.
Okay, you guys get out the door and start heading down the directions the gentleman gave you. He was right. 3 blocks up, can't miss it. It looks like a center market to any other major city. Here you can see another large mix. They're more of the metallic colored robes around here than there are of the others, but there still are some of the others. You definitely see a lot of pearlescent around as well.
Okay. I'd like to go up to one of the pearlescent merchants.
He's a little jittery.
Yeah. No, opposite of jittery. I don't know if you.
No, I've not done it
Let's not
before.
go there.
No, I'm not saying that, but
He's
if
So
you've ever
relaxed.
if you've ever had your wisdom teeth taken out,
Oh,
There you
yes.
He is mellow.
Okay.
so I wanted to address him real quick and say, hello there. I was wondering if I could purchase some ruby dust from you.
Sure. How much do you need?
Oh, it's actually a good question.
So,
How much would I'm going to pull out
Could have woodchuck
100
chuck.
or 1,500 in those little talents? How much would this get me?
that's a poor move to do to a merchant, man. Like, you're screwed. He's gonna swindle you. Why would you do that?
Well, even
You see him pull out a small
Even-
abacus, and he starts moving the numbers. He slides a couple, little beads over.
Oh my god, I'm rolling shit.
He pulls a big bag up, sets it down on the counter.
Okay.
See, I want to see if he's treating Razik fairly.
Yep.
Okay.
all right, very good. I'll take it.
What color robes is this guy wearing, or like shade,
Pearlescent.
or
He specifically said he went to a pearlescent merchant.
okay? And like, so let's examine that material of these. Like, is it metal? Is that how it's
Well,
pearlescent,
it's-
or is it?
No, it's fabric. It's weird. As you're looking at it, no matter which way you look at it, it seems to change like colors the different way you stand at it. It looks like it's some kind of fabric, but you can't. It's definitely not metal. You can tell that much. It's just some kind of fabric.
Kind of like Arcana. It.
You can try, sure.
Are these
No
magic
magic.
robes?
There's no magic from what you see in it.
Okay, so I asked him, "What? Do you have a skilled like seamstress that, or I don't know what the male version of that is, but like that makes your robes?" Or I know they're not magic. I'm just wondering how you get metallic shades and pearlescent shades out of cloth.
He smiles.
Magic?
Yes, we do have some talented seamstresses who make all the outfits for all the clans.
And like, do they take custom orders, or they like by
Oh
appointment?
my
only?
god.
Sorry, these particular seamstresses only work for the clans. They don't do business outside.
So it's like if I was to get in good with a clan, could I-
Then you would be wearing the
Sick.
robes of that particular clan. Yes.
okay.
Muffin time.
Well, out of character, we could probably use deception and say we're part of the clans.
I think it's too late. We just told this person.
I said out of character.
So, trying to figure out how I want to phrase this. Never mind.
See, that was important.
Can I get you guys anything else?
No, that's gonna be it.
Very well. Have a good day.
You too.
Be pleased.
Also, out of
No,
I
you
don't know
didn't.
how this would actually work, but the what I'm looking for actually does say powdered ruby worth 1,500. So like, no matter how much you gave me, it's worth that much.
Like, what do you need that?
What is word?
Don't worry about it.
Why are you
Why are you
using so
worried
much
about
ruby
stuff?
dust? Are you going to
Spell
store it?
components.
Like,
Okay, if you are you asking this in character?
yes.
Okay.
Anyone can just give it Just the tiniest ruby. I value that at 10,000.
I want to say, well, I just learned how to do something, and I think it could help us out a lot.
The merchant actually goes, it's usually used in spell components.
Oh, thanks.
Let's see, if we have some time to spare, I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Are you in a fit state of mind to be doing some crazy shit?
I mean, I feel great.
That's true. All right, let's do it.
Well, it takes a while. It takes about 12 hours, so I don't know how much patience you have.
What are you trying to do?
I'm willing to be surprised.
Did the guy say that like we had an audience like now, or?
I think he just said.
No,
be
he
in
said
the
he would
city
inform the High King, and he that if you wanted to speak to him, that you'd have to at least get to the first temple. Other than that,
okay,
you didn't say anything else.
All right. Also, I want to make sure of something real quick. Do any of you know if these teleportation it's the amulets, right, that give us the power?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Okay. If these amulets we've established they can teleport people that we can touch, correct? And they don't have to be a wielder of said amulet?
Correct. You have figured that
Have
out. You have to at least touch the person.
Okay. Well then, if we've got nothing better to do, then I'd like to show you something.
I'm loving the pageantry. Please do it.
Okay, I want to ask that stall worker. Say, is there any lakes around here? Maybe a river of some kind?
Solus now knows what you're going to do, and he's disappointed in you.
Not
boy.
really. Most of the cities are located near the water for a reason. Even the temple here is actually located a short distance from the water. If you wanted to, you
So
could
we
go
haven't.
there.
Okay.
So Solus is now remembering what this spell is. He says, so
Okay.
you're going to create an abomination then? Is that what your plan is?
It's not an abomination.
I
Just-
think it is.
That's completely arbitrary. Well, all right, I'm going to go to the ocean then, in that case.
Okay.
Is it like too far? Is it pretty much right on the water, or?
It's only a short distance. The temple itself is only a short distance from the actual from the actual water. It's from the ocean itself. There's like a little bit of beach, and then there's plenty of room between the temple and then the beach. So I mean, you guys find your way out, asking a few people. It takes you several hours. This temple's huge too. I mean, it's these cities you are now realizing are made for dragons. They're really not made for small people. So it takes a little while, but you finally get outside the city to the northeast, and then you take a short walk and you get to the beach.
Okay.
So are you never get tired of creating unholy life? Or is it just like something you do in your off time, like as a hobby?
It's not. I don't understand your fascination with. There's nothing that's getting harmed in this, and I wouldn't even call it necessarily life. There's no soul involved. There's no. There's
There's no
no.
soul involved with the Dracolich either, but you know.
In his defense, I believe all magic serves a purpose. It's all in what you do with it that makes you truly evil or good.
Thank you very much, Galitas.
That's just my opinion, though. I mean, I could
Okay.
use an example, but never mind.
So
I'm gonna warn you, I do know fire spells.
I want to ask everybody: Is there anything in this bag of holding that you don't want to get wet?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I don't want there to be, but also I don't want there to be 2 Raziks. Just please not.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and start getting some water from the ocean.
1 is more than I can handle. Okay.
And I want to start.
Galahad doesn't understand. He's just watching in rapt amazement at this this show that Razik's putting on.
He's going to create a duplicate of some creature.
Is anyone? Can anyone help me dig a hole real quick?
Absolutely
Yes,
not.
pick me, pick me.
All right, Galahad.
Yes.
I'll grab.
Why don't you get your clone to do it?
I will grab my shovel and I will help shovel since it'll make it faster.
Okay.
I use my hands.
After we got like a decent sized hole, I want to go ahead and pour the water in the hole. At that point, I'm going to go ahead and cast Cone of Cold on the water.
Okay.
I start clapping. That was cool.
Well,
If only he was done
hold on.
now.
There's more.
That was amazing.
All right.
So
I'm
let's
now
just
going
sign this
to
whole time.
Take
Lots of
out.
sign.
I'm going to take out the ruby powder. I'm going to cast Wish. And I'm going to cast Wish to duplicate the spell Simulacrum.
Yay.
Oh no!
Okay.
I've
Really
never seen Wish used before, but I have a bad feeling.
If you use a lower spell, it doesn't. Nothing bad happens.
Yeah, it's all good. Can anyone tell that I'm using Wish?
I know
Is
it's
that like
well.
a-
When you said you need ruby dust, and you need 12 hours. You need water. Souls put those together and knows what you're trying to do, but he doesn't know you're trying to use Wish though.
Yeah, wouldn't you be confused? Because that's like not.
Yeah, I mean, like that's
switching.
not how you do it. What are you doing? And but then it goes through anyways. Like, oh, I guess it worked.
Okay. Bam. Oops. Oh, good enough. All right, yeah, I'm gonna start casting this spell, and it does take about 12 hours.
So I'm gonna leave.
I'll watch the whole time.
I have better things to do.
I
I'm gonna get an
will-
audience with the Pearlescent Dragon Lord. Like, you guys do you.
Oh no! Please do
I-
not go off on your own and represent the party by yourself.
I mean, it happened so well last time. What can possibly?
How near
Dragon
the
are my
first are
people.
we?
Like we're the best buds. Like look at this guy.
Please just
But I see the dragon's on my head now.
allow
we're
me to speak to
friends.
him. I've already spoken to
How
the
near
red
the forest
dragon.
are we?
Near a forest? You're not anywhere near a forest.
I was gonna say I could
You guys
probably
are
just
near.
go hunting for a little bit.
No, you guys are near a beach.
I'll go hunt for some crabs.
Oh yeah.
What?
I have some bad history with crabs.
I don't know
In
what
more
you
ways,
Yeah, I don't know which one you mean. So
in,
Soul
in
is
more
gonna-
ways than one.
Have you just been holding on to that the whole time? We could have been murdering crabs.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes, in more ways than one.
Yeah. Get some nice garlic butter. That'd be good.
Yep,
Oh my
I'll
God.
get some lobsters, some crabs, some more crabs.
You do realize lobsters and crabs are at the bottom of the ocean.
Well,
Yeah,
crabs.
Well,
I
I
believe
mean,
it.
there's
They're
gotta be.
beach crabs.
Yeah, those
I
are
will look
tasty.
for some. I'll kill some
Oh.
dolphins too.
Like there's
Hold on
there's
now.
fishing with dynamite. Is there fishing with fireball? Like is that a thing?
No.
I'm pretty good sharpshooter, so I can do that.
Well, the only one who has shaped water spells is the one currently casting a concentration spell, or one that, or at least one that lasts 12 hours. So he's busy.
I'm
Just
sure
hunt
that-
a fish.
I will just go fish and
Okay.
kill some crabs, get some seafood for us. While
Oh,
he's
hell yeah.
doing that,
Oh man, we're set up.
If we can say that the 12 hours has passed,
Yeah, we'll just go through it. I'm not gonna
All right.
have you do it for 12 hours.
out of the ice rises up the form of a little dwarf. Another
Another
dwarf
Razik. Awesome.
that has dragon rings.
Awesome. Dude,
It's
what
a
Souls did
creature-
not want to happen. The
made of
exact thing he said not to do.
ice and illusory magic.
I'm so disappointed in you right now.
Galahad shits himself almost.
Everybody,
I'm so disappointed in you.
everybody meet Zacharias.
Yeah, is that just your
Nice.
name backwards? Like,
Genius.
wow.
He's just well,
An abomination?
he'll do whatever pretty much whatever I say. It's not a being in and of itself. It just is more of a ice puppet.
An abomination.
I love him.
I mean,
A false parody of life?
hardly. Do you get angry at animate object?
Oh, I'm not
Is that
angry.
a-
I'm angry at the caster.
I'm saying if I were to cast animate object and made a rock bounce up and down, is that equally evil? Because that's essentially what I've done here.
No, I'm pretty sure there's different spells.
It is a different spell. It's the thing is, I can take an inanimate object and tell it to do things, and it does. That's the same thing.
No, it's not. See, that inanimate object didn't require part of you to make it.
It doesn't require part of me.
Am I reading the spell incorrectly where you need water, but also that really being part of
yeah.
you?
Some yeah, clippings. Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's merely to copy it.
That smacks of borderline necromancy to me.
There's nothing in this thing that's me. I mean, if you pinch it, I don't feel any pain. If it's gone, it's gone, and I am not harmed by it.
Solus is like, what? He's just past the point of arguing with you about your views of magic are never going to be reconciled. It's just like, whatever.
Razik, I just have a question. What is the purpose of this?
Vanity, pure
Are you
and
back
simple.
already?
Why else would he make
sorry.
a clone of himself?
We've already established that I'm no spring chicken to combat. This little fella right here, well, he's going to come in handy when he's saving your life.
I highly doubt that.
I think
Are
it's
you-
great.
Now, are
Hey.
you sure that this is not going to backfire?
There's no way that it would, other than him perishing, or if we run across another fuddy-duddy like Solus here, who takes some kind of great umbrage to this imagined insult against
Abomination.
life itself. But
Well,
Can I divine sense on this thing?
Sure, you can try.
so this is just
Sure.
another carbon copy of Razik?
It's not. It's a lesser version of him.
I'll let you know. It's made of ice and magic. It's only capable of responding to my commands. It cannot learn. It can't do what I do. It can't regain its magical ability. Once it's spent, it's spent. And it's
Yes.
also a good bit weaker than I am, but still decently tough.
Do I sense anything evil or anything, bad or
Nope.
divine sense? Oh, good for me.
Well, if it can't do what you do, then what is the purpose of it being in our group? If it
Because now,
can't heal,
I like the way you think.
no,
Liz.
it can do what I do, but twice now.
well, I
Say-
mean, I thought we were doing just fine with just you, but if this,
Twice the Razik.
well,
The only thing
Only
better
1.5
than
Raziks.
one fireball is two fireballs.
well, I
Galahad's super
suppose
jealous. He wants a copy of himself. Oh my god.
Galadis looks a bit unsure, but okay, if this is what you wish.
it can make you think there's a copy of yourself, Galahad,
Oh my god.
I'd rather
for up to a month. I think that's how the
Oh,
spell
Jesus.
works.
I think we keep him safe though. I'd rather.
No, you were so proud of him. You were so sure of yourself and explained to us that there's nothing, absolutely no one could take umbrage to this thing, this
No,
abomination.
I did
That we should
specifically say if there's anyone
proudly
who's like
display
you.
him throughout the streets as you walk down.
I did specifically state that there may be some who are like you
What's
who
wrong? Is it
incorrectly assume that
is
it's
it
evil.
perhaps because you realize that you might be possibly incorrect in your reasoning
No,
or your logic
Not at all. What I'm
or your
saying
opinions?
is that we need to keep this powerful weapon stored.
I wouldn't
Maybe
call
in the same way
powerful.
that you wouldn't go ahead and
I would call
draw.
it mediocre.
Well, if you're if you truly believe that, you'd call me mediocre.
No, it's half of you. So you're great. It's mediocre.
I'll tell you, it's only half of my hardiness, but its capabilities in magic are just as much powerful as I am. But what I'm saying is, just as you wouldn't go into a shop with your weapon drawn and pointed at the merchant's throat, I wouldn't have this weapon here
I don't
Just
think those
stroll
two are
up
the
the
same.
streets, and we don't need to be drawing so much attention to ourselves.
Does it have to breathe? Can we put it in the bag of holding and like spring it on people?
DM?
Technically, it's not alive, so I would say that's an iffy one. The one exception would be is I would say to bring it out of the bag of holding, it would take probably an action or so to do. So it would take your action away if you were trying to do it in combat.
Okay. If I were to do that, would it still have an action to perform?
I would say it would require, like, you'd be able to pull it out, but then it would need a minute, and then it would go the next round, not that same round.
Okay.
I'm not going to illusion hide this thing for you.
I got a portable hole.
I didn't even know you could do that, but okay.
I'm sorry, what are we debating hiding?
Oh, he created another abomination of life. No big.
Hey, Cardell.
In which case, I totally agree with Razik on this one. As surprising as it is, we probably don't want to have that shoved in people's faces.
No, see, he was so proud of what he created. Solus thinks what could possibly go wrong if he is correct in his logic and reasoning. No one should take offense to it.
No,
No,
that's
it
not
should be
what I said
perfectly
at all.
fine.
People can be wrong.
That's not how that works.
People can
Well-
be wrong. It's not just like they say it.
Out of
Criticize it
character.
and it's right.
Out of character. I mean, I've role played with Will enough to know Will could probably use this against us somehow, some way. He's demented.
I mean, he's vindictive. We've learned that, immediately. Yeah.
We are
I
gonna
am not
die.
vindictive. I have merely had my characters, the NPCs respond to the way your
Says the
characters
person
did
who
it.
teleported
You
to the
don't
plane
get
of
to tell us
existence.
whether or not you think you're vindictive. That's up to us to
didn't-
decide.
I didn't say that. I mean, I'm just saying that this could probably go against us somehow, some way.
There,
Yeah,
the only
It's
way.
it's like a computer that like becomes self-aware, and then he turns against us. Then we have to fight Razik
It can't.
with Razik on our party.
It can't
First off, that'd be
actually.
awesome. And two, yeah.
It can't think. It doesn't. It's not how that works.
Normally, I would be against this, but considering the odds we're up against, we don't really have time to pick and choose allies. If it serves as an immediate advantage, we need it.
I mean, I can see Razik's point of view where it can help us. I mean, like double healing, double everything. It's pretty cool. But still, there's just got to be something that could.
So
go
we
wrong.
created another undead abomination?
It's
Oh,
not
not
undead.
undead.
It's a parody of life.
It's not a parody of
So
life
okay.
either.
It was all
No. I'm gonna ask Razik to explain to me what he did.
All right. What I did,
Used a spell.
I have no. Don't let me explain. What had happened was I had awoken after our recent adventures, a new power had awoken within me. If there's a spell that I am aware of that's fairly powerful, I'm able to duplicate it. I can tap into that wish, like Galahad. You remember when we had that power of witch when we drew from the deck?
Oh, yeah.
I can do that at will, and so I figured it'd be pretty powerful to be able to duplicate a spell I'd come across. So I came over here. I bought some ruby dust, simulacrum. It allowed me to turn some ice into this duplicate of me. It's something that can do everything that I do perfectly fine. It's a little bit weaker than I am.
Just at the end of the day, it's made of ice.
And magic. But it
what's
also
the issue here?
Inherits all of my abilities. He seems to think it's some kind of undead abomination.
No, I didn't say undead. I said an abomination. There's a difference.
No, that's a difference. Yeah, there's no. I see no problem with this.
He seems to think there's some kind of issue with animating a fork to do a little dance.
It's not a fork. You keep on leaving out the part where you need to include a part of yourself to make this thing.
And
a lock of hair.
Think of like the Full Metal Alchemist, the equivalent exchange.
What's
I
that?
don't know what that is.
Stay in character, goddammit.
Mhm.
My bad.
That's why they always.
I'm just joking with you.
They know what you mean out of character.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I see no problem with this whatsoever, and
So,
you can count on it. If I'm agreeing with him, that's pretty.
someone's like,
significant.
wow, I'm alone on this? This is the first. Like, Dardo usually has my back.
I know.
Um,
right?
yeah,
I
that was unexpected. I appreciate the support. It was unexpected.
Well,
I mean,
the way I
it's
look
the first
at it
time one of your
is-
plans hasn't been done, so
the way I look at it is, I have to see this in action. I'm a bit unsure right now. I mean, that's in character.
My lords and creation. Your
Oh, guys.
He has a name, and it's Zyrix.
It's Zach Riz.
There it is.
I don't care.
fuck you.
Your meeting with the High King is now.
Wait, is this the puppet
All right.
speaking, or is this a person?
No,
What's the
we were
person?
just the guy.
Okay, I thought the puppet was speaking.
No, it wasn't a puppet.
No, he said that he would come.
No,
in
he
there.
made it. He's going to voice it. Goddammit. Just means he's got two things he has to take care of now.
My thanks. Is this the same Dragon Man or
Yep.
actual dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, would he mind us teleporting there directly to him, or should we just walk?
I think we ought to just follow the what's the name? It's not a servant, but it's
I
like
walked out here to get you guys.
Yeah.
He will give everybody time to arrive. I did say I had to find you. I knew you were somewhere within the first temple. I just didn't know where.
We could just teleport outside the doors and walk in, or the foyer or something.
Well, I
It'd be
don't
rude.
That would be
the
acceptable.
It'd be rude
dragon
to our escort.
probably
You actually hear him.
teleport.
You actually hear him say it. That would be acceptable.
Okay. I mean, we have these things. We can walk like plebes. Like,
Whoop, I'm doing it.
I'm gonna give my son a hug and teleport with him.
oh god, please don't call him that. It's even worse. It's even
My
worse for
boy.
Solus.
My
God,
This
beautiful
just
baby
became
boy.
awkward.
this is what Solus was afraid of. The one thing he was like, fine, you can use, just don't create a second Razik, and he did that. God.
This just became really awkward.
All right, yeah, we dip over to the foyer or outside.
I'm assuming because he's a dragon, he's rad. He also
I'll
teleports.
teleport with them.
He dimension doors.
Oh yeah, that works too.
Oh, well, I'll just go through the door.
Jesus, just walk.
This is a big city. The cities on this continent are made for dragons, full size, to walk in their dragon form. So you can imagine
What
how
are
big
the-
these cities are.
He's a divine
Dude,
Vanguard.
walk
He
to
will
find
walk
us.
anywhere.
I'm gonna let dude escort me.
Okay. He opens a dimension door and allows you guys to walk through if you want.
He's a lazy people.
He's got a long fucking walk, or he flies.
My-
He's got wings.
So do I.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
His
what
don't
we
go away.
Yeah, he opens a dimension door for you and lets you guys walk through. You appear right outside.
Wait. Right before, I'll just cast guidance on Razik real quick while we're outside,
All right.
just in case he's.
Yeah, your guide bows to the guards who they open the doors. The guards are all wearing pearlescent armor. No, I'm gonna give it to you guys because you guys have dealt with it enough. That's pearlescent dragon scales. You didn't see it before because you weren't thinking about it. You were too busy looking at all the dragon stuff. You didn't realize. Probably the red dragon guards that you were passing by. Probably that was dragon scale armor too.
Dang.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability, Eagle Splendor again on myself.
Okay.
So rude. Like, you already have advantage against talking to dragons.
Shit! Fuck! Can I say that I don't?
Yeah.
Can I take it?
You would know you
Okay.
have it. You would know you'd have a good rapport with a dragon, so you wouldn't
I
need it.
can't believe I forgot that. Okay.
As you walk in,
That was what Solus was talking about when he was like, "Aren't you good with dragons?"
as you guys walk in, this another large throne room. This one, however, you see one of every dragon color here. You see the red.
It's gonna be super awkward because Lord of the Red's here. Can we do like a little wave?
I mean,
He just
I
glares.
will
I'll-
bow in
I'll-
reverence.
I'll nod. I'll nod to him.
Solus joking with the mental link. He is not actually going to wave because he doesn't want to die.
I will bow respectfully, like they did before.
Well, Solus is gonna, if this attendant is bowing, he's gonna emulate his bow because it might be a different type of bow depending on the dragon.
Okay, good. And you're paying attention. It is a slightly different bow. This isn't as, formal as the ones for the red. This is more of just more of a slight, like stage kind of bow, out of respect. And you notice this particular guide, is able to look at the dragon. And he looks over at the others. He goes, "This is Yodres Dos, the Great." It's spelled in
Can I
chat for you.
see if I recall anything about the disposition of pearlescent dragons?
Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Pearlescents are kind of an odd one. They're unique because, really, honestly, other than Fortis, they don't exist. But these ones in particular, they put themselves pretty much in alignment with most of the metallic dragons. They're more of a neutral aspect, rather than the gold, the silver, and the others tend to be more of a goodly side. The pearlescent are more neutral. They'll hear both sides of an argument before taking a side.
What wise creatures?
Okay. I'm again going to step forward. And get that good persuasion.
Just give it to him straight. Like, don't play it out like you did with the red.
I know. I'm gonna be a bit more logical about the whole thing.
Master Dwarf, it's a pleasure to see you. What can we do for you today?
I am here to inform you about a great threat that is posed to all of Fortis.
You're coming
And-
from the side of the red, told you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hey!
And this is a threat that threatens worlds beyond Fortis. This is a massive empire a score of scores of worlds have been consumed by this empire. They have not yet been stopped, and they seek to take this planet. And it is that that brings us here today, to ask and to enlist you and yours to help fight this great threat.
Let's not use the word enlist.
Too late.
What is it
We-
specifically you wish of our kind?
Your kind have both incredible martial and magic abilities. If we could get you to perhaps influence the minds of these armies, we know that your kind have an ability to cause entire armies to flee in terror. Not only that, but to influence the minds of mortals. If there were some way to utilize your abilities to influence the minds of those who hold a higher position within this awful army, we could not only gather information on their weak points, their strongholds, their bastions of power. We could learn the structure of their army. We could learn how they function. We could also deal to benefit from your ability to infiltrate. You have great powers of illusions among your kind, and they could be utilized to infiltrate and eavesdrop, act as spies and couriers of information. Every number of every kind of these dragons has their own unique niche. Everyone has their own abilities that they can bring to the table. And we ask that you could help us fend off this threat that's threatening this world. Would you be able to do that?
He said some kind of things. He takes his large taloned hand and kind of just rubs his long, slender neck. You can see he's definitely deep in thought. He looks at some of the others. Most are metallic. Go figure. They're all for it. The chromatic are iffy. Most of them just look like, hey, they want to kick some ass, so hey, they're up for it. Give us some time to discuss. Is it urgent that we give you an answer as soon as possible?
I mean, they're here.
Can I link Razak mind thing real quick?
Sure.
I'll just say, like, keep in mind we can offer them lots of money if they're on the edge.
I'm pretty sure they have more money than we do.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of money.
Yeah, these are dragons.
And
They always want
possibly
more.
ancient since the creation of Ford is ancient.
Yes,
Dragon.
dragons are
okay.
known for saying, "Yes, I have enough money. Please
Okay,
stop."
I want to say
Don't try to bribe them.
The-
Please don't.
we would like an answer soon. I understand that you would need some time to deliberate amongst all of you, but
You
I
should tell them that they are in orbit.
but
But imminent threat.
these creatures are nearly upon us. We will need an answer fairly soon,
Nearly
I-
as in how?
as in
They're here right now.
circling us right now.
He looks. You see him look over to both sides. They all just kind of bow. You hear them all get up, which is quite a feat because these are all ancient dragons. And they walk down some hallways that were right behind them that you didn't see because their large forms were blocking it. Where do you need us?
Well, that was quick.
We'll need you to, if at all possible, get some eyes in the sky and see where exactly they are. If you can find out how many there are or what kind of weapons there are at the disposal. Perhaps if you could get on the vessels themselves and report from the inside, that would be of great assistance to us.
We'll see.
If I may be so bold, to speak up, one of the lower ranking soldiers from their ranks was sent for a truce between us, and we were told that they were in orbit, whatever that means. They were surrounding the planet itself.
Mental link to Gardell, because I don't know if you were there or not. That wasn't a low rank soldier. That was the actual commander of their army.
Yeah. Details.
Doesn't matter. Gardell doesn't care about things like that. He sees him as a peon. Wasn't the High King himself?
I mean,
Fuck
yeah.
him.
We were told, we have reliable information that they are. They have interplanetary travel.
Unfortunately, our powers are limited to the planet itself. We will do what we can to protect it. We will work with all the other factions that you have acquired amongst your journeys, and we will discuss a course of action.
Sounds good. We have our base at the Gem City, right? Is that correct?
In the Dead Valley.
Should we mention the orbital strike capabilities?
Well, I thought we
Yes.
chose the Gem Cities because they're protected. They're like hidden, right, or something. They're like
Somewhat better suited to
they're
the city.
they're fortified.
From what you were told, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mention to the dragon. Now they do have the ability to strike from a great distance, like a giant cannon of sorts, and they can strike down from the skies.
Some would
There
even say
are-
beyond.
There are structures on this planet, as I'm sure some of your scribes have discovered, that act as ruins of these bygone civilization, and they seem to be a good bit more developed than many of the civilizations that exist today.
You're speaking.
They can-
You're speaking of the Gem Cities, are you not?
I am, and they would be the only place that would be safe against that kind of attack.
He kind of
If
smiles.
if any of your kind can do some more research on how to utilize the what may be powerful weapons or defenses in these cities, that would aid us in the fight as well.
We will do what we can. We will aid wherever we can. My forces and the forces of the combined forces of the Dragon Guard continent will be at the disposal of the unified forces of Fortis.
Man, you came with a fancy title for us too, our army. Man, what a great guy. Just the best.
Mhm.
We need the Nemesi. We need them. Nah, screw those guys. We got these guys.
Okay, Gardell, see, you were here for this, but I actually patched things up for them for everyone except you. You can't go there anymore. Like, ever.
Oh no.
As in, you will be killed on sight.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. I'm sensing your deep sorrow. I really am sensing it. I feel it. I feel it right here.
But
In my
just for your benefit, don't go back there. It's not going to be good for anybody.
Unless I have a contract there in the future.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. But just be aware of the threat. Weigh the risk-benefit ratio.
I want to wait a couple of years.
You do have access to untold fortunes, just so you know.
And the forces. Jesus.
So I don't know, if you're trying to get a little bit extra spending money for a vacation or whatever, but you should be covered.
Yeah, Nemesi don't really scare me when I can tear giant worms in half. Just saying.
Well, I mean, do you even need money? can't you change like wood into gold?
That's not how that works.
Okay.
If all goes well, I have on me enough money to last me the rest of my life. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm okay for right now.
I'll scatter the clones to cover the earth and to cover the planet as much as we possibly can. There will be forces available when it is needed. As for this orbital strike, we may not be able to do much, but we will do what we can.
So as well, so like I said, we have the mages also trying to work on transporting the various factions we have working together, and they're also trying to devise a sort of grand, a large version of the shield spell, if you will, that can cover a city or a large area
We can assist
that
them
can
with that.
protect people. Oh, thanks.
Is there anything else anyone can think of to help?
Oh, a man. Was he a dwarf? I forgot what he appeared to be. Alexander Quinn. The
Looked
He was
human.
Okay, so if a person comes by named Alexander Quinn, he approaches any of your dragons, um, he is on our side. He actually is a defector of this. I guess that's the easiest way to describe his position. He's a defector of this army, but he was a high-ranking defector, so he knows a lot about their inner workings. He's been helping us, and he might approach some of you just from information and stuff. So just don't be alarmed.
We'll speak with him. If he is on your side, he will have no quarrel with us.
And also, if you go to one of the gypsies, you might find a person there currently reviving the Suhi race. He's also good with us.
Very well.
I guess we should warn everyone that dragons are gonna come.
Yeah, we should. You want to get Lucius is already there.
Do we? We don't really. I guess that one guy reviving Nathan might be in charge at the gem city, but we kind of just said, "Hey, everyone, go to the city." We don't have like a leader or anything there. I guess maybe Nathan, but not the leader type.
Well, I mean, he is reviving an entire race.
Might keep him busy.
Yeah. We'll just beam him real quick, saying there'll be a lot of people coming, including dragons. So.
Yeah, they've
Oh,
already
yeah.
started. They've already started to arrive.
Oh yeah, right. They can teleport. I forget about that. I mean, no, I didn't forget. What am I saying?
Did
Just trying to warn you.
Thank you.
Did I get a message back from Riley at all? Last game, I sent him a message just saying, like, head there. Did he say yeah, or is
Yeah.
he dead?
No, he's
Okay.
getting the people from Solva as quickly as he can. He had already sent some, mainly the women and children, the civilians, out of the city, out of the town to protect them. But he's going to move the rest of his forces that way, since it sounds like everybody's going to be meeting up there for the grand battle.
Is
all 50 militiamen from my town.
Yeah.
nice. Everyone
That
really
whole
helps,
big,
man.
yeah.
So there are two things Celeste would like to do. One, can he ask Lucius what's the status of the Sui? Like, are they cognizant? Are they?
They are awake and moving. They will need some time to process the amount of information that they have been given. But they are currently up and running. They do have most of their normal faculties prepared. They are currently working with myself and some of the other leaders to organize the other cities and get as many people into them as possible. But they do have a limit.
Okay. Is there like a hard number on that?
We will not. If a worst case scenario happens, the cities can only hold up to between, and this is packing them in, about 10 to 15 million. You guys know the
Yes.
numbers on the planet are probably close to about 40 to 50 billion.
Okay.
So it's not total extinction, but it's pretty
damn close.
close. I guess if
You just gotta win.
try to get in a nice number of all the races, just in case worst comes to worst.
No, we can leave the Nemesi out.
No,
Isn't
I
there
told
the
the queen
other-
about one of the. I told the queen about one of the cities, so they're already headed there.
See, that's just not smart.
There's other gem cities we could send them to. It's kinda
Yeah, that's why
awkward,
I
but-
told her about the other one. I'm assuming we know of more than one. I told her about the gem cities and at least one of their locations.
Did we find a second? I remember the one that was in the Dead Valley. Didn't we find? Oh man,
Gardell, you're the only one they don't like. Also, you're not in Roll20.
Oh no! Why am I not in Roll20 anymore? What did you do?
It's all your fault.
did we ever find a second gem city?
We lost Galetus too.
Huh?
Interesting.
What's going on?
Might just
I
be
am-
Roll20 being goofy.
I'm right here.
I don't know. On my screen, you guys both dropped. You're back
Yeah,
now.
same.
No, I'm right here. I never
No, you're
left.
saying from Roll20.
Okay.
I never left in Roll20. I was right here. Unless it reset, I don't know.
Oh,
I know.
weird. Anyway,
Did we find a gem city that wasn't the one in the Dead Valley at some point?
I'm assuming. Even if we didn't, I assume they're at least just implied they're linked somehow, and they know the locations of the other ones. That's what they're sending people to.
True. We could also maybe send them to the Temple of the Elements. Don't know if it'd be laser proof, but probably better than a normal city. Should we ask, ooh, goddamn, the guy's brother. No, let me open my notes.
Alexander.
Alexander Quinn.
That's the one. Can we ask him, does he know where the other cities are, possibly? I can't believe we didn't do that.
Do you ask him?
Yeah, I'll send him that message, but less stammery.
Okay. Yes, we know the location of all the cities.
Want to, oh yeah, I guess we can't text it or something.
How is it? Are you currently fighting, or are you just like doing the posturing bit right now?
His forces and my forces are currently sitting above the planets, staring at each other, each waiting for the other to
posturing.
move.
Well, we're getting things going down here for their ground invasion.
Be prepared, no doubt it will come soon.
Yeah, so our plan is to tie down their ground forces. This is I'm doing mental link as well, just so people can butt in if this is not our plan, but this is the impression Solus had, and then we teleport to their command ship and take it out. With that, have a great effect on the battle, like turn things our way, or do they have like a fractured command structure that can account for that?
Do we roll, or do we know it all? I guess we could ask.
You guys
Oh,
are
yeah,
talking
I'm
to
at
Alexander.
that.
He's going to give you
I
the
see.
information.
Okay.
They would be upset once their commander is dead, but it would not stop the assault. They would go on his orders until the second in command took over, which would be almost instantaneously, and it would be up to the second command as to what exactly happened. They may deem it's not a worthwhile cause and stretching their forces too thin and pull back, or they may say fuck it all for nothing.
What's the best way to make them say, not worth it?
If we could get these dragons in space dragons, that'd be great.
Pop on a glass bowl and make a big enough one.
Yeah.
Good to go.
They're already uneager to fight because, well, A, he may have a larger part of the galaxy. I have the more powerful ships. And B, he knows to go against me would be going against the rest of the family, and that could call down the wrath of the rest of my siblings.
Okay. So you're thinking, even though, like, so they're uneager. So if he's their main reason, their fear of him, it would be good to take him out sooner rather than later.
To be quite honest, you are not capable of taking him out.
So like, who would be? I mean, besides yourself. How are you? Are you okay with fratricide, by the way? Just wanna.
I will kill my brother if I have to. But
Okay.
I'm currently working on a plan to convince him this is not the course of action he wants to take.
I mean, he was on the planet. He seemed pretty adamant.
That would be
about-
good if you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would be preferable. He seemed pretty adamant about. I don't know if he wants to prove himself or what his deal is.
It's a lot of proving himself. And
Like,
showing he
he's the youngest brother, right? Or sibling?
he's one of the younger ones, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
He also has a hunger for power that is completely unmatched in the rest of my family. Even my father was not this greedy. So that's a kind of a curse on his part. Like I said, I'm working on a plan to try and convince him that this is not the course of action he wishes to take. If so, I've already called for assistance of the rest of my family. They are currently en route. We will outnumber his forces 40 to 1.
He doesn't have any sort of like crazy tricks up his sleeve that you know of.
He does, and he also knows I know most of them. He may have picked up a few, but as I said, it's more a posturing, more just a kind of even if he doesn't attack, it's more of a proof that he isn't shy about attacking if he needs to.
And one more question: is there a method to his like madness, and as far as which planet he chooses to attack, or is it just like did Fortis do something to offend him? Like, is what I'm trying to ask, or is it just like random? Just like the first one he comes up, he's like, "This is like a good planet. Let me attack it."
There are a couple of things that went into play. This galaxy is the next in line for his expansion, and this system specifically is the next in line for his expansion, and it's a big fuck you to me.
This is your territory, technically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, does anyone else have any questions for him?
Nope, I think we're good.
If nothing else, we will be able to keep his space forces busy so that they should not hinder anything you're doing on the planet. He will probably be able to reinforce his ground troops, but that'd be about all he can really do. We will keep his ships busy, so they will be a little distracted with us.
Well, that is good. No death lasers from above.
Hopefully not. They may get off a few shots, so I can't promise there won't be a few holes in the ground where cities once stood, but we will attempt to prevent that as much as possible.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's all I can really do. Unfortunately, my brother is a stubborn asshole, and I have to deal with him.
I mean, that's family, though, all right?
Mm.
Not that I would know. From what I hear.
My best recommendation is you just handle their ground forces. They will have some powerful individuals that will control the ground forces. If you can take out their generals, you may be able to scatter their armies that way.
Would you say there's a strict hierarchy of order in their armies?
Extremely.
Oh, that's good. Good to know.
They all truthfully are terrified of my brother and his forces, but they're no slouch on their own. They can fight if need be. However, from what we've been able to ascertain, is this is not a fight they were going into willingly.
Anybody else want to talk to the person who knows everything about the enemy we're about to fight?
Are they immune to T-Rexes?
I no longer have that spell.
Oh, damn it! Never mind.
Well, I got it, and so does old Zacharias here.
My God.
My brother,
We can have 4 then.
with his mental power, can control ancient dragons, T-Rexes.
Whoa.
Weak.
When you say control, do you mean like mentally dominate?
Yes.
Because we have some of those on our side.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
Like how close? What's
He
the
will be
range on
distracted.
that bad boy?
Okay.
He would have to be nearby. I will keep him distracted so that he can't interfere. I was aware you would probably be going to Dragon Guard for their assistance.
And what are the defenses of the gym city?
The gem city should withstand any blast that comes from up above. They're quite capable. They will protect the city itself and all those inhabited in it. A great barrier will be put up as soon as the city is at capacity, and nothing will be able to get through it. The city will have defenses on its own.
Is there any offensive capabilities that the cities have that could be utilized?
Well, they're tied into the network with everything else, which my brother's fully aware of, and that's probably why he's trying to convince others to join his cause. I've already sent men to the other cities to protect them, and to ensure that the people of Fortis get them before outsiders do. But they do have some offensive capabilities, yes. If the city is attacked, the cities will defend themselves and the people within them by using offensive abilities that they have. Mainly targeting systems, things like that will specifically pinpoint the attacking force and lay it to waste.
That sounds great.
In a worst case scenario, if the situation becomes far too grim, this city itself has an activation code, and it will activate the Sentinel, as they call it.
Do you have a way of like beaming us onto his ship? He's probably warded against teleporting.
Not onto his
in.
ship, I can get you onto mine, but I can't get you onto his.
I mean, he's made it pretty clear that at least currently this person is beyond us. Now we should focus on the ground forces. But if you guys want to go straight into the Dragon's Maw, Solos will die with you.
Well, just so we know for future reference, is this ship capable of some kind of boarding action?
I could probably get a small strike force into their ships, yes.
So you could, I mean, does it work the same way? Like 2 ships going abreast and then one sort of putting down the...
No, it's something a little different than that. In space you can't breathe, so that would be pointless. And for us to get close enough to do that, we'd be in range of most of their weapons that they have on board. What would be required is basically send a small strike force in a space version of a rowboat to go to the other ship, while a fighter squadron protected them and basically kept the guns busy.
Can I row?
You would have to learn how to operate our systems.
Please no.
Yeah, maybe not. Even Gallant's not taking that one off.
I would definitely recommend that you guys stick to the battle on the planet. I will deal with boarding the ships and overriding the authority of my brother if I have to.
Alright, works for me.
Yeah, I'm not too comfortable venturing beyond the sky, so that's what Solus knows.
Gotta hold the
The
line.
question is, are we ready for this?
Oh my god, yes. Let's do it.
We're
Wait.
going for the final boss, right?
Like, do we want to call our Dragon Bros here first? Like, are they around? I'm assuming world-changing events are dragon business.
No, they hear
Like,
you.
how they
You don't
hear
know.
you?
You
Can
don't
you
know where they're at right now, but they
say
they
can we
are
like
aware of what's
ride them
going
into
on.
battle? Is like I want to ride me a dragon. Like out of character. I don't say it actually to him in that those crass terms.
All right. So we're going for the final boss.
Question
We still
mark?
have the other races to recruit.
Yeah, we haven't got the elves yet, have we?
The elves, the Vargos.
Yeah, can Solus send a I don't know. He doesn't know if any of them are still alive or where they are, but how does
I can try. I mean, are you Elven?
I'm a half elf?
I'm full elf, wood elf.
Well, there are Solus. Oh man, so he's just playing his back towards the party. I know a lot of magic users in there in a centric bunch, but they're kind of scattered, and it might be a good time to try to message them all to come together so they can help fight. But I don't know where they are exactly, so I don't know if my message can reach them. And out of character, how do these message stones work? Or necklaces work? Is it just the person's name and then boom, or do I need to know a general idea where they are too?
No, you just need to know the name of the individual you're trying to contact, and it will send a message to them. The only time it doesn't send a message, which you guys would know, is that if they are on a different plane or they are dead. Those are the only two times that the message will not get to them. Doesn't matter where in the world they are, it will reach them.
Solus did not know this, and he would have messaged them a lot sooner. But yeah, if any of them are still alive, he's gonna just broadcast all of his old friends basically to meet up in one of the cities, and he'll, I guess, give the location of the one that they know of, just so they can help with the fight if they are up for it.
Okay, so where are you guys going now?
I guess we gotta recruit the elves.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other like giant continent slash like
We
Place
can
that
go
we're
back
looking
to Pine Coast.
don't know what that is?
That was I made up.
It's on Penryn. It's on
Little-
the human continent.
Yeah, pretty much, and on the very edge of the. I'll show you if I can get the map up. I remember where it's at.
So if y'all wouldn't mind, I'd have some personal things to attend to. Is that all right if I? It should only take an hour or two.
When you say personal, do you mean like
Dealing with me and only me.
yeah? Can we?
Give me that insight.
I mean, like, are you gonna go smoke something? Does it something to do with your quote son end quote?
I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Take your time, my friend.
No, no. See,
Thank
this is
you.
we don't
Lead
like.
us.
What are you going to do?
It is his business. I mean,
See,
we
when
are
he
allowed to
when he
say
says that, he always does something to mess up the party.
It's also not true.
It's not that I don't trust you. But I don't
Literally,
trust
just
you.
about 45 minutes ago, that was not true. So
Wow.
Galahad, I was not lying at all.
I was just gonna go see if you were smoking without me. My feelings were hurt, but
Oh no, I
you do
wasn't.
your thing.
It's been a little bit too recent.
You do your thing, pal.
If there are any more undead, that's bad. Let's put it in the
You done?
I just
possible.
You done yet? Because I'm gonna go.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Cool.
No more abominations of the life.
No, great last word. I'm proud of you. All right, so I'm gonna
I'm
dip
proud
out.
of you.
Okay, where do you
I'm
go,
gonna dip
Raz?
out to.
I-
I'm gonna go to Heart's Call.
Okay.
And if there's a clerk type dragon there, I would like to address them.
What can I do for you, Master Dwarf?
I was looking for perhaps a historian or a someone who knows the genealogies.
We have a few that match that description. What specifically are you looking for?
I want to know who gave me this ability. I want to know my dragon ancestor.
Looks puzzling at you, but okay.
And I'll produce my dragon wings as a demonstration.
All right, very well. I need your last name.
Cargrim.
Cargrim. And the dwarves usually keep pretty good records.
Well, maybe on their side of things, but I don't know if that kind of thing might have been swept under the rug or something like that.
Ah. Very well. Had to take some time. I'll see if I
How
can
much time do you think?
at least several hours to find the last name, and then it'll take a little longer to find the details from there.
Is there any way to contact me from afar?
Yes, now that I have your name, I'll be able to get a hold of you if I need to.
Thank you. Anytime you feel is appropriate, I appreciate you. I'll go ahead and take my leave. All right, now I'll rejoin the group.
So, Elvish was it Belsalia?
So I don't see any more undead with you or abominations of life. You know, well done.
Wait, do we have that thing in the bag of holding?
If do you worship the god of passive aggressiveness? What kind of paladin are you?
God, a passive aggressive.
One of a kind.
Unfortunately, well, no, fortunately, I take that back. Yes, let's go to the Elf Continent.
Tally ho! Gee, I regret that immediately.
Okay. Alright, well, how about we take a quick 10-minute, get food, whatever you need, and then we'll come back, and you guys will be on the Elven Continent.
Alrighty, you're back.
Now you're making me look up a name, Raz.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm digging this second campaign of the Critical Role.
Yeah,
Now they got everything like all.
Sorry, what was that?
I still haven't finished the first episode of the second campaign yet. It started off a little slow for me, and I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Plus, I've had other things going on, but yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out.
Yeah, I like it. Once you kind of learn the voices, it's essentially a podcast. Like you don't really have to, be looking at it to know what's going on.
That's alright. The best joke of the campaign happened in not the episode that's airing tonight, but the one before, so you've already hit its peak.
I'm most of the way through that. I don't know if I've hit it yet. I'll probably. Oh wait,
it's
was
with
it
Ford's
to do?
character.
Yes, and the horse.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was pretty solid. But yeah, I'm digging it so far. a lot of interesting character choice. I really like Caleb Wildegast and who's the Goblin?
Not the
Sam,
brave.
Sam Riegel, I
Not
think.
the brave. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was Sam's character.
Also, an impressive amount of. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense because they have 1.7 million subscribers. But like, yeah, the amount of fan art just from like 2 episodes was like pretty startling.
Oh yeah, they joke about that like in every episode. They joke about how some things are going to be in fan art in like almost no time flat, and they're not kidding. I mean, there are people sitting there, watching the episode, drawing immediately.
See.
See, I just get really discouraged when you see one and it's like, oh, that's not a painting, that's a photo, right? Yeah, that's like a photo. No, that's an oil painting. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go crawl in a hole and die.
Yeah, people get pretty fucking crazy with it. Also, it's like kind of interesting there seems to be like kind of a difference between like the Adventure Zone, I guess, audience and their art style versus the art styles you see on a Critical Role. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the kind of media they look at kind of influences it. But like it seems almost universally like the Critical Role fan art tends to be a bit more realistic or like magical realism versus like the Adventure Zone fan art's almost like all very like kind of cartoony and exaggerated.
Yeah, I mean, I got to give Critical Role one thing is when their fans definitely put a lot of time and energy into those, into their fan art, and you look through it and it's just like, holy shit, I wish I could draw that good.
That will definitely come in handy.
Let's see.
I was just testing out the spell. I was doing my spell as well. Round break.
Yeah, it's like most of the Critical Role stuff will look like that, whereas most of the Adventure Zone fan art will look somewhat like that. It's like really stark, but it's weird because you could just like search them and like you could look through that they all have that kind of themes going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the different style taste of everyone. That's really all it is. I mean, I've seen some of the Critical Role fan art where it's kind of cartoony as well, but a lot of what they tend, I mean, they can't put everything up because they've admitted they get thousands upon thousands of pictures like every episode. So I mean, trying to fit them all into even the little break times is just impossible. They can't get them all in and give each one justice. So they basically try and pick out the best ones they can find and put those up, and then the rest they put on the site. I mean, you can go to their site and find it, and it's ridiculous.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, I got my girlfriend hooked on it, and the other day she was like, "So who's your favorite person?" And I just couldn't answer. Like, I was like, I mean, that's just not a fair question, It's like which character is my favorite, or which person is my favorite? Because my least favorite character is Keyleth. I mean, I'll just tell you that.
Same.
But I like Marisha Ray.
Is that
Her
the
her actor.
no, is that like I mean, is that for the last campaign
Yeah,
or
the
the
last
current?
campaign.
Okay. And she's the one who plays the
Druid.
currently. Does she play the barbarian or
No,
the
she plays the
fighter?
she plays the monk. Bo.
Oh, okay. The
No,
tiefling.
Yasha is no
No.
human monk.
Hold on, let me.
You are thinking of Jester,
Yes.
Laura Bailey. Laura Bailey.
Oh, she's a monk. Oh, I thought she was a. I
Actually,
don't know.
it's Laura Bailey Willingham, actually, to be technical.
Yeah, you don't ruin my dreams, all right?
Yeah. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I thought she was some kind of barbarian, but I guess she just has an axe.
No, that's Yasha.
What? Okay, I'm
The
confused.
the one who ran in the first episode, who is playing a barbarian, but she had to go back to New York. So
So she's okay. So she's just in some episodes and not in others.
yeah, she tries to Skype in when she can, but
Okay, so it's a
Doesn't always.
7 players total. Right.
Yeah, Ashley has been in a lot of TV shows, which is why, like she wasn't there for half of the first season. And they were hoping to be able to keep her for the second campaign, but shit happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
like during Critical Role, whenever she was gone, she was on the TV show Blind Spot.
Hmm.
Which is pretty decent. It's a little weird, but it's a pretty decent show. But like, she even told stories about how, they asked her what she was doing, on her times off and whatnot, and she told them about Critical Role. And apparently a lot of the writers are big fans. So they started putting in lines from her character into the TV show itself.
Yeah.
Like, she was even allowed to keep her Critical Role mug in the show.
Also, I think she says at one point she's getting shit because her character is known for playing D&D as well.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
yeah.
oh, I'm a level 12 cleric or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, she said the writers are huge fans, so they've been putting in like various lines and stuff from Critical Role and other things, and D&D related stuff into the show purposely for her character.
I miss Pike.
I know.
yeah, she had me watching one of the old episodes, and I forgot about the old intro. And then you just see her standing there with a sword, and you're like, "Oh, that's the wife I want right there. Just sign me up. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Just take me, Lord Jesus. That pose
Oh.
right there. That's all you need."
I want Ashley from the new one. Every time I see her in that new intro, it makes me laugh. Oh my god.
I know.
Sam Reed.
I know, right? Sam and his little short shorts.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's hilarious. You know why they did that, right?
80s shit. 70s shit.
Yeah, but it's also a play on a TV show that's out right now. Stranger Things.
Really? It didn't really remind me of that.
Yeah,
Except for
their
just the
first
D&D
episode, they're
thing.
playing D&D.
Yeah, the very
Yeah,
first
they're
episode
all
of Stranger
super
Things, they were
80s.
playing D&D, and they were all
Yeah,
geeky,
but
and it was
that's
supposed to
the
be the
one-
80s type
okay.
look. Yeah,
I
that's
see,
why
yeah.
that's why that whole show has the 80s
Yep.
type look.
Because he lost a figurine. And he flipped out about it.
I got the it's actually I have to go and pick it up tomorrow, the next day. I got the ooh, that art book. What's it called? Oh, story of God damn it, let me look this shit up real quick.
I don't know. I got the campaign book. I'm good.
Oh yeah, Chronicles of Exandria Deluxe Edition.
Hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was reading the
It's fucking
campaign book. It's fucking awesome. I mean, I can see why Matt took a while doing it. That took a lot of work.
How big is it?
about the standard size of the monster manual. Maybe
Yeah,
a little
pretty
thinner.
in-depth.
I mean, it's a little thinner, but it still, I mean, it does contain a lot of details. Because I mean, a lot of the stuff he pulls straight from, you know, the just D&D itself. So I guess he thought it would just be redundant to put that stuff in.
Yeah, damn, that's still pretty impressive though. That's a lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
it's awesome actually. Yeah. I mean, the artwork and it's like, oh my god, that's awesome. So quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, sorry, I was just going
I
through all
wonder what happened.
the fan art of the new Taz arc.
Oh, are we all here?
I'm here.
I am.
I'm right here.
Oh, I guess that means Cardell dies.
Rip. All right. Well, what the fuck are we going to? Do we know what the capital city is?
Yeah, Illinois.
All right, let's do it. Just the normal MO. We ask a random to take us to your leader.
They take you to Queen.
Oh, I was kidding, but yeah, that works. Talkers want to.
Oh,
Well, do
Um,
you?
I'm actually playing. Solus would be while he was very excited. When you were in the Dragonlands and the Mage Continent, he is kind of apprehensive now.
Don't like elves.
No, I like elves. I just don't know how to interact with them, or they don't know how to interact with me.
You've interacted with me just fine.
Yeah, I mean you're different. Like, you know, besides you, pretty much I've only interacted with two elves my entire life, with any semblance of fondness. So, and one was my mother. So,
Hmm.
Only one way to
so
do it.
I mean I like elves because I'm part elf. They just don't like me.
What's going?
Why are you moving?
Well,
Learning a lot. Learning a lot.
I think the only way you can get used to talking to elves is to jump right in. You lead the charge, my man.
Yeah, we're like, I just it's
You know,
too much.
it's almost like they're
too many
people.
elves.
Why is that oddly sexual?
Yeah, you just talk to
I-
them like normal.
I can speak to them if you wish.
I think that'd be the best option.
Oh God.
We'll hey,
I thought you
were
taking Solus is gonna try to hide his elf ears like in his hair or something. He's gonna put his hood up so you can't see his elf ears anymore.
Say we'll buff you. How about that? You're gonna do great.
Throw
I will do my absolute best. Persuasion is not my forte, but I will do my best.
You ever wanna tag somebody in? Just holler over the mind link.
Well, be with me. Be with me, Razik. I will speak to them. Just if ever I start to lose it, just chime in.
All right.
I'm gonna ask. Razik in Elvish. Does he know Elvish?
Do what?
I'm gonna ask you in Elvish. Do you
No,
know?
I mean I would say do what?
I believe his answer was do what?
Oh, this probably not. I'll speak.
He's
instead,
asking, do
Razik.
you know Elven?
Oh,
Because
well,
I know.
I can understand it if I use my helmet, but otherwise, no, I can't speak it.
You can tag me in Galetus if you need it.
Okay. I will go to, I guess I'll look for an official around here.
And you find one of the city guard.
Walk up to him, and I'll speak in Elven. Greetings. I would like to speak to the king and or queen,
It would be the queen.
if possible.
And I'll
yes.
take you to her.
You have my thanks, I say in Elven.
You know,
What's her name?
Ravana.
Oh yes, of course.
Oh, well. If I knew we knew common. Okay. Her name is Ravana. Oh, he already said that. Never mind. I'll just continue walking with him.
Okay. He walks you straight to the palace. And he stops at the gates. She's in the palace.
Thank you. And now we'll head into the palace.
Okay. Guards let you in.
And I will head towards the throne room. By the way, we've been here before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not.
I mean, we have, yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Why do you think you got in so easy?
I knew we got in there easy, just...
Repping that divine
I just-
Vanguard.
You're escorted in. As you walk up to the throne doors, the guards standing there, one of them opens the door for you.
So, like, do they need our weapons, or do we just go in?
They let you go in with them.
I will head up straight to the throne.
Okay. You get about 20 feet, which you know is about as far as they usually let you go. As you're walking, they're about, let's see, on either side there's 6 pillars, and standing near them you see guards on either side of the pillar. They're just standing there.
I bow. Greetings, my queen. An honor to see you again.
Good to see you again, Galetus. What can I do for you?
We have a dire situation on our hands. And I will get straight to the point. There's no easy way to say this. There is going to be an attack on Fortis. We have... I'm trying to find the right words. There is a... I don't know how to say it. Like I said, an attack that's going to be on Fortis, and we need all the Fortis gathered together. We currently have the dwarves on our side. We have, what was the Dragon Kingdom? Well, what I
Dragon
refer them to. We have the Dragon Guard on our side. We have most of Fortis on our side, but we need our elven brothers, our elven kin, on our side as well. I say this all in Elven.
I nod at intervals, even though I have no idea what's going on.
The attack is by... What are they called again?
Dragon Star.
The what?
Dragon Star.
The Dragon Star, yes. Um, we are going to be attacked by the Dragon Star. They are currently in orbit around Fortis as we speak. And we would like the aid of all our Elven kin.
There's nothing we can do if they are not on the plane, but I will gather the forces. It will take many days to get them ready.
Well, are they out of character? Are they on Fortis as we speak? I knew a few of them were.
You don't know for certain if their forces have actually touched the ground yet. You know
Yes,
their leaders at least have.
The leader has made an appearance, trying to recruit the queen of... I'm sorry, the queen of...
Nemesi.
Namis.
Yeah, the Nemesi, I apologize. Trying to recruit the queen of Nemesi, and we seem to have messed up on trying to recruit her, but
No, we're fine.
I
We're good
believe
now.
that-
Just Gardel's not.
Yes. We sort of messed up with recruiting her, but I believe we got her on our side. But we need all the people that we can get in case there is an attack on Fortis and it touches ground. We need all the help that we can get. I believe we have everyone that we need except the Elvens. And as you said, it'll take a couple days to gather them together. So, can we count on your help?
We will aid as much as we can, but as I said, it will take a few days to gather the forces of the Elven armies.
I'll just quickly message my friends and say, should we get them to? I just talked to Alexander. I just talked to Alexander, and he said that there's an Emerald City. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Do by accident, but the Emerald City, one of the gem cities, is in the mountain range to the southeast. Should we get them to head there? We're already sort of bursting. Our current one in the Dead Valley.
So we need them in the Emerald City.
I think so, yeah, unless there's like another one we know of, but this one would be pretty convenient.
If it's possible, my queen, can we ask that your army meet us in the Emerald City? In Elven.
And where's the Emerald City?
I will message Galahad. Oh, it's in the mountain range to the southeast.
I guess that's... I'll message Alexander if he has a more exact position.
He says he just knows it's underground in the mountain range to the southeast.
You can
He's
message Lucius. He might know.
yeah, he's currently
Since
not
the
in the city.
cities are linked.
Yeah, he's currently not in the city to be able to tell you. He's above the planet.
Lucius, where's the Emerald City at? Sorry to be so abrupt.
All good. 1 second. It's about 4,000 meters below the surface of the lowest cave in the southeastern portion of the continent of Thelsalion.
I say all of that in Elvish.
And I'll look at him as he said this.
Very well. We will begin sending forces that way. Should we also begin evacuating the cities of the women and children and the innocents?
Yes. The Emerald
Yes.
City. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. You were talking before.
I was saying, at the very least, these gem cities, this one specifically, the Emerald City, sending you to will keep you safe from attack. So your people will survive.
If it's anything like the city that we were at, I believe that they will have a well-equipped army. Very high technology, I believe, beyond our understanding, but I believe it would be the safest place for everyone to be.
Is this all in Elvish?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I continue intermittently nodding at Charm or nothing. Pretending to understand.
I'm admiring the woodwork.
Are you really the only two that speak Elvish in this party?
Apparently.
It seems so.
Well, I have the helm of comprehend language. I'm like listening in, but I can't.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
can't
hear
respond.
it. I can talk.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I know Abyssal, if that counts it for anything.
Not really, unless you plan on getting demons involved.
In this case, it does not.
Yeah. And that's because I took Fiend as one of my favorite enemies, and it gave me Abyssal. But anyway, I believe that yes, it would be wise to evacuate the biggest cities and head towards the Emerald City.
Probably all of them, because they're going to get destroyed, if not. Not that I
Yes,
can hear any of this.
because we do not know when the attack shall be. It could be a second from now, could be an hour from now, could be a year from now. But we just know it is soon.
Very well. We'll begin moving people immediately.
Very wise, my queen, and I will bow.
Solus is going to try to imitate his bow.
I just do it formally.
Galahad's sick of bowing. He's going to bow a little bit, just a little bend at the waist, respectful.
Well, Solus is not accustomed to. He's never been on the Elvish continent or Elven continent, so he doesn't know exactly how. So he's just going to follow Galeas's lead.
And I think that will be all, my queen. Thank you for allowing this meeting. May you reign forever. And I'll bow.
Oh, if a man in black comes and says he his name, I want to get his name right. His name was Conrad, correct? Or am I imagining things?
Probably was Conrad, which is one of Alucard's underlings. So yeah, it probably was.
Alucard.
Yeah, I named him when I had a fascination with Castlevania.
Dracula. Okay, so if anyone in black claiming to be part of the Dragonstar Empire comes or claims to be from beyond the sky and they try to offer you a deal of some sorts, I wouldn't believe what they have to say.
Yes, my queen. I believe these Dragon Guard. No, not Dragon Guard. God. Dragon Star. Dragon Star. Yes, the leader has been trying to recruit and get everyone to sort of surrender in a sense. He already, like I said, tried to make a deal with the Nemesi that if they stood down, that they would not be attacked. Of course, I don't believe a word that they say, because if the visions that we have seen come true, there will be no fortress left. So I wouldn't take any deal if they should appear here. But, I mean, you are the queen, and your will be done. I just want to forewarn you, don't take any deal from any man in black, including Johnny Cash.
Hey.
Do not.
Again, thank you for this meeting, and I will bow, and I believe that's it.
Where do
You
you guys
guys
go?
want to say anything? Like you can speak in common. We're just usually more polite to speak in the person's natural tongue when you're talking to them.
I'll say I understood everything. Have a nice day.
Absolutely did not.
I rolled a
well, I
deception.
mean, we got him on our side, don't we?
I believe
Hey.
so. She said, I'll look at Razik. I believe we have them on our side. She's going to take anyone and everyone, women, children, and everyone else, to the Emerald City. And I believe that's where we're supposed to, they're going to be round up.
Well, then, good. I
Nailed
think
it.
we've accomplished everything that we wanted to get here.
Next.
That was surprisingly easy. So out of character, is there any more races that we are missing, DM, that we would know about?
Marcos.
Marcos, yeah.
The dwarves.
Got
Oh, no,
Kira.
we got the dwarves.
Yeah, the doors are going to be easy.
No,
Go.
they already were. Like I talked to the king, and he was like, "Oh yes, absolutely."
We went there right after Nemesi.
Then the Dragir are the only other race.
Here and
Ooh.
Marcos.
The only people that I could bring to the table, well, I say people, it'd be person, would be the leader of my order, but one person will not change the tide of this battle.
Let's not go to the gear with Solus in tow. He might not like them.
The Dragir are the vampires, right?
They're undead. All over the
Yeah,
place.
well, we can get Lucius to do that for us.
He's no longer Dragir though. He's Suhi now.
Yeah. Also, Galahad, are you? Is Galahad down with the vampires or?
Yeah, let's do it.
See, that's the kind of paladin I like.
Brother, stay strong as we go into.
I'm just keeping an eye on him.
Also, that did not go unnoticed. I fucking love that that bit about my lineage. Ekurth, protector of the sky, one of the wisest dragons of all time.
But I believe that would not be wise, because Galadis's favorite enemy is undead. Although
Fiends.
You ever heard the expression "the enemy of my
being
enemy"?
undead and dragons.
This is like the ultimate test of the enemy of my enemy.
No, there is no. I can't. You guys do it. I won't. I can't. I can't be there. Because if I'm there, I'll just start killing.
Oh boy.
Is there another race I can talk to in the meantime while you guys are doing that? Because I literally
You want to
start
come with me to get a master werewolf on our side?
Yeah, that's like not even a little bit better.
That's slightly better. I can parse that.
Do you have an issue with me?
No, you're fine. It's just the blood curse and everything. You know, it's kind of unsettling. But
You mean
whatever. I can live with it.
Literal lycanthropy?
Yeah, you know, it's a disease. I can cure that of you if you want. I can remove that.
Now, this is interesting. Do you think he's an abomination?
No,
No.
no.
Does it make any
Are you
difference
talking
that
about your twin brother?
I actively sought out becoming one of these?
Oh, that's a little worse. Solus didn't even know that.
No, you didn't, because you didn't ask.
Now that sounds like fun.
Are you talking about your twin brother?
Would you like to experience it?
No, I'm good.
No, I'm asking Galahad.
Oh, Master Werewolf. versus vampires. This is
I have to hash this out with the DM first because he technically exists, but we don't have a set stat for him or anything. So
Yeah, that would.
what would make
It
the
would take
cooler
time for me
story?
to make them.
No, should we just do that another time?
I literally, Solus would not go to the Dragoneer place because he would kill them all or try to.
Well, yeah.
if it makes you feel any better, not all of us are lycanthropes. He is just the head and most zealous of the order.
Yeah, see, like
I don't. I won't attack, but I won't be happy that
You would not get very far if you
no,
did.
undead are just the worst.
no. I'm not talking about the werewolves. I'm talking about the Dragear. I mean,
It's
they all just won't
probably
attack,
the
they just won't
same.
feel comfortable.
Like it's undead are just the worst. Like anything is better. Well, I say fiends and demons are the worst. Then undead. There's an order to these sort of things.
I just like the challenge of a dragon.
So
That's why they're my favorite enemy.
out of character, so he has to make like the backstory for Gardel's whole thing. So should we just go to the
It's yeah, pretty much. Like it'd be a thing that I could do during the week.
cool?
I mean,
I know he's there. We just haven't talked about it in detail to where he could be presented yet.
I mean, I could put it. I could put some generic numbers on them and stuff like that, just for meetings and whatnot. But anything like that would require physical or anything like that would be more detailed.
Yeah.
How
So
about
I could give him. I could give him
D&D
basic
doesn't
stats.
have-
Yeah, I can give him basic stats for generic. Like my version
D&D
of.
doesn't have a version of an alpha, do they? Like an alpha
No, not
vampire,
really.
alpha like
Not really.
Okay.
So I basically have to take what they have and convert a little bit of it, change some numbers around, which wouldn't be too hard. I mean, it would be simple. Just for a meeting, that would take nothing. As for like if it got physical or required rolls, that's going to take a little more time because I haven't fleshed the characters out because I didn't know which ones you guys would be touching on, so I didn't mess with them. The Dragear are all pretty much fleshed out. I have all the leaders and whatnot, and I have their stats. Yeah. Let's just say I'd probably end up. If it became a fight, there would be a TPK involved.
yeah? So I'll say I'm just gonna go back to the gem city in Desert Valley and try to talk to people like Lucius and the other leaders there.
Yeah.
I guess do that. One caveat: I don't want to see them during the fight. Like whenever you have them do, I might get distracted. Just saying, if I see undead traipsing about during a fight.
I have a
Right.
question for you, my friend. If that were true, and we had a bigger enemy to face, and you see this undead, are you going to turn your eyes to the undead and forget about the bigger enemy?
Is he closer to me physically than the other one?
I would suppose so.
Then I'd kill him first, then go on to the next one.
Well, that would be
I'll
wise.
just go ahead and cast hold person on you. How about that?
No, that's all I've said. I don't want to see them during the fight. So whatever you do, just have them be away from me, or have me away from them.
I believe if we have, I'm not trying to argue, but if we have a common enemy and they are aiding us, I would at least-
Absolutely not.
I'm not saying that I approve of what they are, because I hate undead just as much as you do. But I mean,
don't
if
think
we
you
have a
do.
common enemy, if we have a common enemy, I believe their aid would be better than. I mean, after we defeat the bigger enemy, then we can turn our eyes to the undead. This is besides the point. Where to now, my brothers?
Let's go to the Varkos.
Works for me.
Yes. Let's.
What is Vargos really quick?
Vampires.
The dwarves.
No.
Oh yes,
No.
The Varkos.
No, the
Varkos
dwarves,
are-
I believe.
Yeah, they're dwarves that have like more dragon blood than me. And
Oh, that's fine. That's totally cool. Dragons, yes, awesome. As soon as you say dragon, souls is aboard. Let's do it.
Also, I'd like to go just really quick, go to a shop and get like a big coat and like a hood for Zacharias. Just
How
so
will
he's
these
in
dwarves take to your abomination? You idiot?
He has a name, thank you very much.
Yeah, it's an abomination.
No, it's Zacharias.
I refuse to call him that.
Alright, Jackass. That's your new name. It's Jackass.
Okay, I'll call it Thing 1 and Thing 2.
You said he doesn't even have a brain. How does he have a name?
How else are you going to refer to him?
Abomination.
No, incorrect. Anyway,
Razzik too.
What's it called? Construct.
sure,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
easy is a construct, correct.
The
So,
broadest sense of the term.
I'm
yes.
willing to call him that.
honestly have no idea how they would react, hence why I would go for the skies.
Just say it's your twin brother that you didn't know you had.
That can't speak or think for itself or move on its own accord.
Or
Well, he
just
can be
wait.
simple.
How about this? I will keep him company in the tavern while you deal with the Vargos.
Sure.
That way, nobody freaks out.
Who said they had to leave about a half an hour ago?
Oh, that's me.
Well, do we want to end it where everybody gets on to Goltorum and then we just end it there, which is where the Vargos are?
I
Yeah, I was
can-
off in a little bit anyway.
Yeah, because I know
suppose so,
Galahad's
we
going to
can
be
do that.
leaving. Yeah, I was going to say, I know Galahad has to leave soon, too.
I suppose we could do that.
Sure.
It's a good spot. It gives me a little more time to get everything prepared, so that way when you go meet the alpha werewolf, I have some stats for him.
Cool. And I can like meet you sometime during the week to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then Will, for the mages that Solus contacted, those you don't have to make. I was gonna have those just be like generic forces. You
That's
don't have to make sheets for them
Oh,
unless you want to.
No, I'm only going to make sheets for very particular individuals, like the leaders and whatnot. The rest are pretty much just going to be like a standard, spackle. They're just going to be generics. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned next week as they continue to round up the forces to go against the Dragonstar Empire.